Yep. What's up, Cody? How are you? What's up, everybody else? Okay, so I wanted to go back and play Farming Simulator since I haven't played this in forever. But let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, let's check some. Also, I've done some updates to the YouTube Shorts one, so it should look a little bit different than normal. So if you are returning to YouTube Shorts, you should see things that are a bit different. I haven't been in this game so long that there's so many things. I would be interested in wood storage and maybe solar fields. Maybe this is the most downloaded stuff. Greenhouse automatic watering. People don't like to water. That is fair. That is fair. This mod, let's see, auto watering. Once activated, water will be automatically supplied to your greenhouses with the associated cost deducted every hour. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds normal. Instead of me having to bring water to the things, I'll install that. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but just in case. Because that is one thing that I've always wondered. I thought greenhouses were just connected. I didn't think you ever had to like bring water to them. This is also really cool. I've seen these in real life and they are really, really cool. Very, very cool. I might do something like this, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what or how I want to do it. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, hold up. I need to adjust chat just a little bit so I can actually read it. Let's see. Why are you streaming now and at 3? Because I'm streaming two different games. And so with the way YouTube works, 1 for analytics, 2 just for consumer experience, it's best to have separate streams. So for example, imagine you were joining my stream and you're expecting Farming Simulator, but I'm playing Battlefield 6. Like, that would be really annoying. You're like, what the heck? Why is the thing labeled as such and he's not even playing that thing? So that is the one reason. Hold up, let me check. I'm gonna install that. And wait, did I just install that other thing? I thought I installed something else. I might be wrong. Oh, there it is. But yes, so 2 different streams, so for 2 different games. So if someone happens to stumble upon my channel, if they're expecting one thing and it's not that thing, that would be irritating. Also, whenever I do a live stream, at the end of it, the live stream goes into a playlist. So for example, Farming Simulator has a playlist, Battlefield has a playlist. So by having separate streams, at the end of it, these videos will go into their respective playlists separately. So if someone does want to come back later and watch, bada bing bada boom, you know. Oop. But that's, you know, another reason to have that. Also, for my standpoint, from a data analysis thing, I can't tell how well a game is or isn't doing on my stream if it's coupled into another game's stream, if that makes any sense. Okay, but let's see. I need to check real quick to make sure. Perfect. Okay, hold up. Make sure I can read my chat at all times, so we're good there, I think. Right? Yep. Always what's up. Clickable. Perfect. All right. So where did we leave off? Open the door. Open the door. You ate a hot dog? I'm assuming that's what you meant. Okay. I don't miss that. One thing I don't miss about Farming Simulator is the issue with like stuttering or frames from time to time. That's one thing. What was the button I was using to do? I'm gonna there was a button or something I was using to... Oh, there it is. Let's see, in 2 years we can apply for a promotion. We could also work some more hours. I don't think I necessarily need the hours. Let me go check. It's been a second, so I'm gonna check on me farm. But how are you? How are you, sir? How do you do? Let's see. You told me that you had, I think, did something with a video on it, and you wanted me to check it out, or I can't remember. I think that's what it was. I genuinely cannot remember. Wait, is this field done? This field's not done. Wait, do we have silage? I don't think we have silage. We have chaff, but no silage. Okay, so chaff, no silage, and the field is not ready to be harvested, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? It is not. Okay, so everything should be good. I'm just gonna real quick just check to make sure it's been... Oh, geez. Okay, so it is fermenting. Okay, so all we gotta do is really go work our jobs. So I'm gonna do that. Beep. Oh, go here, go here. We'll work until 8 a.m. Now, because of this mod, I'm not sure if it's still glitching, but because of how this mod is like working and or not working, we're able to get money faster than necessary because it's saying bad hair in my tongue. There's that plastic. It says we worked 338.7 hours this month. It's only the second day of May. It's impossible for it to do that, so it's not resetting those. Let's see, so I deleted Nice Guy 15 channel, and it said it would be deleted in 2 days, and still here. So it probably means exactly 48 hours. But I think the reason it mentions that it would be deleted in 48 hours is just in case people change their mind, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. You know, hold up. The grass is not going to be done for a hot second. It's going to take a while for our stuff to turn into... So yeah, I might as well just stay here. Because right now... Actually, let me back up and make sure. Let me check my notes. So... Ooh, this thing. We were gonna get this at one point. That would help us with silage and stuff. I mean, we could consider it. If anything, we need to go into a test server and test to see if it works. Let's see. Roger. If anything, we need to see if this machine would be worth it. I've never used it, so I'm not sure how good it's gonna be. If anything, we'll go to a test server and test it. Because specifically for our field and our situation, would it be worth it? I guess we don't have to go to a test server. I think I could get some money, buy it, use it. And if it's not good, just sell it back. We got a lot of vehicles. That's good. Also, I have tested the hook lift. The hook lift is all right. It's not. I like it because of the Man TGX. Is it 100% necessary? Not really. If the TGX as well as the changing system, where is the changing system? The Man TGX is to sort of be a combat against that's for the TGX against this changing system. The TGX does do a better job. The issue, I believe, is that nobody really uses changing systems often. And I feel like the main reason you would use it is if you were playing with a friend and it's like, hey, one person fills this up while the other person goes and drops it off. So like if you're playing multiplayer, changing system I feel like would be very useful. But for everybody else, not so much. But we're just gonna rack up some money, because as long as this mod is glitching and it's gonna keep paying us, we'll take it. Otherwise, we would be here for a long time trying to level up money. I mean, originally I was planning on playing this a lot, but of course Battlefield came out, you know, blah blah blah. And so I've just been sinking a lot of hours into Battlefield 6. I don't play it as much off stream. So essentially, like if you see me playing Battlefield 6, if you see me playing video games, odds are I'm playing it on stream. Like if you happen to have me on Steam, if you see me playing games, I'm not playing. I'm probably testing settings before another stream or something. But for the most part, if I am playing a game, I'm probably streaming it right now. The only games I could think of in my library currently that I would be playing that I would not be streaming would be Balatro and like an old sniper resistance something type game. What day is it? May. It's gonna be May. But yeah, right now it says we've worked 430 hours this month, which is not true. Essentially the thing is bugged out, which means at the end of this it's going to give us a massive payout. Actually, I think it should allow us to check. Two things I need to check. Thing number one, okay, make sure that's still chaff. And then wait. Oh, no, that is still chaff. And then two, it says that our expected pay is $57,000. I'm not complaining about it, but that is an absurd amount of money. We have not worked 430 something hours. We have not. Again, I'm okay with it. Not complaining about it. Not complaining about it at all. But yeah, that's a little. It is game breaking, just a little bit. No, See, now I gotta convince myself of whether or not it is or isn't game breaking. To get this much money in a month, yes, that is game breaking. To work this many hours in a month, yes, that is game breaking and realistic. However, since I'm not going to be playing this as often going to the future, I think it's fair. We'll allow it. We shall allow it. And then I wonder if the chaff will be turned into silage at the end of the... Oh, what the heck is that? Oh. At the end of this month. So we got to do this. And then, Also, if you happen to stop by, or if you hear this right now, my eye itches. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's June. See, we just made a lot of money. We just made a killing. And look, and then when you go back and check, it's still ticking up. Like it's not resetting that worked hours amount. So now we're just making a crap ton of money at the end of every month. So that's going to be our way, one, to fast forward, and two, to just make bank. Because, for example, we still have chaff. And since I don't have any, what do you call them, vegetables or anything to sell or to work on or anything like that, we're good, right? I could do some odds, ends, and, jobs and stuff. But really, we're trying to save up to buy Field 22, because Field 22 is going to get us even more silage. So Field 22 cost 312. So we do need a lot more money. Okay, so that is something we're saving up for, we're working towards. How about the chaff? I can't remember how much we got when we sold the stuff the last time. I genuinely do not remember. But I think selling the silage got us about 10,000 bucks. I think. Actually, I could check that. Hold up. If this wants to load. Okay, so if I check this, go down here, go to finances. Last month, okay, so it's probably not 10,000. Oh no, it's 10,000. Yeah, our harvest income is around 10,000. Now the miscellaneous payment is where I get a little confused. We lost 11,000 to what? Do we have anything outstanding? It says miscellaneous. Oh, new vehicle. It says we bought a new vehicle. What? We did? We did. Okay, we do have silage now. We bought a new vehicle? Or is the shop automatically repairing the stuff that's inside? That could be a thought. And I wouldn't be too upset by that logic if that is what was happening. I don't think that is what's happening though. It says I bought a new vehicle, but I don't see any new vehicles. Yeah, I don't see anything just new. I did buy, never mind, I did buy this. I did buy that, so actually, no, that makes sense. I did buy this. That's fair. Anyway, let's get back to here. Actually, let's turn that off actually real quick. We gotta get the stuff. I bet you they still haven't fixed this silage issue. Let's see. Of course they haven't. It's fine. It's not. It's more of a quirk than anything. Yeah. And then you got this weird middle ground that just won't open. And that's fine. That's why we have the bucket mod. Welcome back, sir. That's why we have this bucket mod. All you gotta do... Oh, whoops. Pick this up. Walk over here. Get close to the part that isn't. And then versus the part that is. We're gonna turn this sideways. Lower it down. Oh, whoops. Lower it down. Okay, hold up. Maybe I need to tilt it to where it actually starts picking stuff up. Hold up. Does this mod not work anymore? Uh-oh. What? That's interesting. I thought, I could have swore this thing used to work. Oh, no. No, it is working, I think. I deleted the channel again. But what the heck? Okay, no. So the mod is working. It's just not working from that end. Okay, I fixed it by throwing a bucket. Okay, but let's dump this out. Pick it up. We're gonna go over here. You dropped it. Sorry. Pick it up. Whoops. Pick it up. We're not even running, but it just keeps dropping the bucket. Okay, and then we're gonna put it back like we normally do, which is, whoops, right about there, I think. Come on, set up. Okay, like this, and then drop it. Okay, now we hop in the vehicle. Okay, and then we're just gonna go attach this. Come on, work. And put me that, yeah. Oh, I jackknifing a little bit, I think. Okay, and then we're gonna go first person. And it should just start picking this stuff up. No issues. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Think you need help? Need help with what? You're still trying to delete your channel? Because if so, I would give it more time. I would give it more time. I'm sure it will eventually. Okay, go this way. Start picking up some from here. Look at that. Look at that. We're just taking this stuff extremely quick. I really do like this method. I'm willing to bet other people also use this method. It's very nice. I like it. Okay, let's go drop this stuff off. Let's see. I think what place gives us the best prices for silage? Okay, so let's tag it and over there. Okay. I guess I could go first person. Listening to your screenshot. Cool. I won't look at it right now because I'm streaming. That's the thing. I tried not to look at Discord while I'm streaming because I try to stream while I'm streaming. I don't think this is my drop location. I think my drop location was behind me and I just missed it. But if it says so, we'll take it. But I think this is the wrong spot. Yeah, that was me being dumb. Yeah, that's fine. Swing back around. I think it's right over here. Yep. Okay. Start dumping so we can get in money. But yeah, this game is not very optimized, which is interesting considering how simple the game is. Like, the fact that there'd be points where the game stutters, this, that, and the third, it's like, it shouldn't. A game this simple shouldn't take that much effort to run. Like American Truck Simulator, I would think that, or any of the trucking simulators, I would think those games would take more effort than this. Well, no, I guess it's vice versa. It could depend, but at least on those games, especially if you turn the settings up, there's a lot of like stuff to look at, but then you're also moving fast through the world, which I think would be a part of the issue. But okay, I'm actually gonna start looping on this one. And if we don't have to, I'm not gonna get that screw conveyor in. I think I knew why it doesn't delete. Why is that so? Eat. Uh-oh. Did we miss some? How much do we have left in there? A decent amount. Let me go around this. I think those are my seeds right there. We're gonna go around that. We're gonna spin this back around. If you are watching on shorts, if you could tell me if you like the format, meaning like how it looks. I did change it from the last time I did a farming simulator video, so it does look different. I'm hoping people like it. I'm not sure. I like it. To be honest, I like it, but that doesn't mean just because I like it that you guys will like it. Let's see. I went to the channel. Then back around. Gotta grab some more of this stuff. I think after this we should be. It should be empty right after this. I think, okay, so it's not, oh, it is empty. Bunker solid. See, we didn't even need the screw conveyor because we loaded everything up nicely. Cool. So we are on our way to drop this stuff off. Also, another part with playing with precision farming, yeah, it does take a little bit more work, but with precision farming, we are getting a a bonus every time we do this. Because we were expecting about 10,000, but I'm willing to bet it would be 10,000 plus a bonus on top of it, I think, if I'm doing my math correctly. Because the environmental score, let's see, we made, oh, minus that vehicle we bought, we're in the positive for this month. We made 19,000 from harvest income. I also say contract. I'm not sure what the negative is for. I really don't remember. Employment income. We made 120-something thousand. I think these days are messy. Oh, in fairness, I did have to. Some settings have changed, so maybe this is why. I think I understand why. Okay. It's fine. I'll still take it. Let's get back in this. We're going to drive all this stuff back. I'm going to check on the fields to make sure we don't have to put any lime or seed down, and then we'll... Yeah, really? Wait, bro, really? $1 million? Who? What? $1 million for what? Okay, we're going to turn this around and hopefully park it correctly. Can I go through this? Yes, I can. Get as close as we can to this. Okay, and we should just be able to drive straight forward. Actually, we can get closer, I think. Oh, a lot closer. What the heck? Wow, I don't know why I thought I was like super far away. I guess that's a good thing to think that we're super far away. Like, how close are we now? Yeah, that's much better. Much, much closer. I like that. Also, the light brightness showing up, I like it. It shows up a little bit brighter. Okay. Let's see. You said $1 million. Okay. Where's that in reference to? Okay. Let's go over here and check on the grass. Is it time to harvest this? It is not. Let's see. The field is doing okay as far as pH. Doing okay as far as nitrogen, which is good for us. That means we don't need to spend the time actually working on that, which is good for us. Okay. If I want to, I can work on contracts, or I can keep spamming this weird system that's going to give us a lot of money for like little to no work. I think we know the answer. I could tear the grass. I don't necessarily need hay. Weeding. Oh, I hate weed. Weeding takes forever. Well, no. No, weeding doesn't take forever. It's plowing, sowing. That stuff takes forever. But let's go work our job, which apparently is going to pay us buku amounts of money for what reason I do not know. Like, we're expected to pay $67,000 this month. I don't know how. I'm not complaining about it. If the game wants to give me that money, I'll take that money gladly. I just don't understand why. Where's my water? Agua, burb. Be right back. Also, another reason I'm glad I split the streams up between Farming Simulator and what's the other one in my brain? Battlefield 6. As it currently stands, although I like the way Farming Simulator looks, I'm not sure if a lot of people actually, I'm not sure if a lot of people like playing it as much as I do, because before Battlefield 6 I was playing this game like crazy, but I'm not sure if everybody else likes the game as much as I do, or did, I guess, rather. Well, how do you explain it? Like, there are games that you like and that you look on fondly that you just don't play as much anymore. You know, like, I don't know how else to explain it. For a good example, No Man's Sky. I look upon No Man's Sky pretty well. Like, I remember following that game, and as soon as it came out, being like excited and happy for it when it came out. I remember being at college, and one of my coworkers, like, we had like this big projector screen downstairs that we were watching. I was watching him play it on. And I was like, dude, the game looks amazing. It's awesome. However, when I got it, like, it was still fun, you know, because I'm in control now, and I'm having fun flying, everything like that. But No Man's Sky, once you complete like the single player campaign, or not campaign, but like the main single player, okay, well, I guess campaign, the campaign missions in No Man's Sky, that game, you end up not really having a reason to continue playing the game. Like, they put so much content into the game, similar to Ark Survival Evolved. That's another game. The game is fun. Well, I have a different Ark Survival Evolved is, I'll get talking about that in a second. But No Man's Sky, like, you're playing it, it looks great, it's cool, it's unique, but after you've done everything, unless you're just in that like exploration mode, you just like doing that type of stuff, you get bored very quickly, you know. No Man's Sky, not much to do with it. Okay, it should be time to cut this, right? Right? No, it is ready to harvest. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we are going to take some time. We're gonna harvest all of this, and then once we harvest all of this, we're gonna go back, and I think we should have enough money to buy field 22, right? Maybe. Do we? Yeah, we have enough money to buy field 22. We'll go back and buy this. What crop? Is there a crop on field 22? I hope there's not. Right? What is that? Parsnips. Okay, so we're gonna have to buy the field anyway. We're gonna have to buy the field and plow the field anyway. So we'll mow this after we finish mowing. Let me go in through the door this time. Beep. We should lights. Oh wait, the light switches. I forgot what light switches. But we'll have to use this. We'll plow the field, combine the fields. There's a light switch, and then we should be all set. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll mow the field, get up the stuff, put it into the bunker silo over there. Eat. Okay, where did I put? It's around here somewhere. I left the front attachment. Oh, right there. I think I'm about to put it on backwards. Of course I am. So I'm actually gonna go inside first, grab that. Let me bag up here. Oh, turn this way. Oh. Ah! You know, it's amazing. I forgot how to steer. There we go. Good. Good. Back up. Look this up. Okay, now we're good. Go out here. Also, if you are watching, excuse me, on YouTube Shorts, consider liking and subscribing. If you're watching on regular YouTube, consider liking and subscribing. Or just leave a comment whether or not you like how I'm playing the game. Dude, why did I go this direction? That was dumb. Also, one thing that I'm always interested about with people in this game is how do they drive vehicles? Does everybody prefer to drive first person or third person? I kind of switch back and forth between the two. And it sort of just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm just driving, I prefer to drive first person. But if I'm like doing field work just because I want my lines to be, you know, perfect and everything, I'll go third person. And so I'm curious, you know, how does everybody like to do their stuff? Okay, so because we know how we gotta cut, we're gonna cut these. We're gonna cut 2 lines sideways. Let's see, steering assist. We need 2. There we go. That should be all set. Okay. Make sure everything is unfolded. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and hook that up. Turn that one on. We want to go forward just a little bit. Uh-oh. Just a little bit. Drop that one down. Okay, I don't know why it keeps turning that off. Once this one gets on the field, drop it down. Cool. Now we just gotta wait till we get to the other end, lift it up. See, no more videos. What are you... Wait, what? No more videos. What, you are deleting your channel? Can you rephrase that in a way I can understand what that means? But you say no more videos, but I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's what it was saying. YouTube was telling you. Yeah. Sometimes, dude, you just be picking up conversations like I know exactly what you were talking about. I completely forgot that you were still trying to do that work with your channel. I completely forgot. Okay. So that is 1 line down. I guess I should go from the other direction again just to make sure it doesn't... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It will matter, but it won't. If you are deleting your channel, then yeah, I guess you would be. Okay. Oh, too far. And I need to go about here, drop down, hit this, go forward, get it on the field, drop it down. Everything's good. Just like that. And we are gonna have to go back and replow a lot of this. And reseed. That is another thing that's gonna take us some time. Okay, get to the end of this. We're at the end, lift up. Go to the end of this one, lift up. Okay, we're good. Heading to the other end. Let's see. It says, you said I got deleted, not me, you are. Okay. It's hard to know what you're saying, only because... Oh, I should have went the other way. You type in broken English sometimes. And so on top of me trying to remember what you're referencing, I have to sort of like remember what you're referencing and then piece together what you're trying to say sometimes. Because you said I got deleted, and then you said not me, you are. So you're saying I'm confused. I am confused. Okay. Oh. Drop it down too much. Okay. Now drop it down. Go forward. Drop this one down. Good. Okay, so that one should go through fine, and then we got to turn around and come back, and then we can start doing the up downs. I got the channel deleted. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah, because isn't that what you wanted though? Because I know last time you checked, you had 2 channels. You were trying to get rid of was it the old one or the new one? I forgot. I think it's the new one you were trying to delete. The Cody Smith one, right? Maybe? I don't know. Eat. Okay, back to it. Okay, we're going to just clip this last. That's too much, and I just messed that up. That's fine. That's fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it later. Ooh, that's actually gonna be a hard one to fix. Not impossible, but difficult nonetheless. Okay. Back this up. Get that accurate. Okay. Approach the field. Drop it down. Hopefully, did we get it correct? I think we did. Keep going forward. Drop that one down, and we're off to the races. The reason the up downs are much easier are simply because we don't have to keep stopping and turn around. And the main reason I want field 22 is because once we get field 22, we can keep doing lines in this direction. The reason we have to keep doing these like pre-cuts, I think these are the headlands. The reason we have to do the headlands first, or at least these two, is because if we don't, when we go to use our, what would you call it? Not silage trailer. Forage wagon. When we go to use our forage wagon, the issue we're going to run into is trying to, how do I say this? Trying to pick up the grass or the silage grass without running into a tree. You know, we have to keep stopping and turning around. Let's see. And Doc is deleting his channel. If I was, I would not be streaming. And even if I was, and even if I were to be streaming, I would definitely not be streaming this as my last game. If I was deleting my channel, this would not be the game I would go out on. I would definitely be playing Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is my jam. Okay. We are going to go through this one, turn around, back up just a little bit. I guess I could skip every one if I felt like it, like skip a row or something. But no, whatever. I read what you said. You said I got the channel deleted, and Doc is deleting his channel, which is not true. I read word for word what you wrote. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You gotta proofread what you write. Eat. Turn. Back up. What's wrong with Farming Simulator 25? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, for me personally, Battlefield 6 is more fun. And then also, a lot more people tune in to my Battlefield 6 streams. Like, that's what Blowied was getting mad about, because I'm not playing the games that he wants me to play. But it's like, realistically, I want to make this my job. I want this to be a full-time job. Well, in order to make this a full-time job, I have to be able to like sustain myself. I have to make enough money from this so this can be my full-time job. And to be honest, Farming Simulator is not paying the bills. Actually, I was actually sad about it. I think a year or so ago, or maybe some few months ago. But when Farming Simulator came out, I expected it to do well for my channel. I expected people to like it. And I'll be honest, people liked it, just not as well as I would have hoped. I was expecting it to at least become a part-time job, which, I mean, I've made some money from it, just not enough to quit my day job, you know? But that's ultimately what I want. I want this to be my full-time thing. And it's just, and in hindsight, looking back on it, it is a niche game, which means there's like a small amount of people playing it. Of the people playing it, there's probably even less people looking at YouTube videos, because, excuse me, that is always like one thing with playing any type of game that you guys sort of wonder about, is like, okay, the audience of people playing the game, there's X many hundreds of thousands. Of those hundreds of thousands, how many of those are actually watching content around the game? Like me, for example, I'm playing this game. I don't watch much content around Farming Simulator. And if I do, the content is instructional. How do you do this? How do you do that? After I've seen it, I don't need that instructional content again. So I'm not going to be watching it. I'm not going to be a returning person unless there's just more information that I need. But after I know what I'm doing, I don't need the content at all, which is pretty much sort of where I am right now. Now that I sort of have my feet under me, I know for the most part how Farming Simulator works. I don't necessarily need to look up videos. Like when the game first came out, I was looking up videos like with the rice fields and how to actually do the rice fields. Which, speaking of which, they haven't, I don't blame them, but they haven't added much content for the rice fields after that. I don't blame them because I don't think there is much you can do. The issue is rice just, it's not very profitable. And then two, the equipment that you see them use in the game is the equipment that they use in real life. I'm not sure, or at least from what I did when I was looking at videos on it, I don't think there is a massive amount of equipment when it comes to wet rice. Let's see, Nice Guy 15 is, oh, that's the answer to your question. You had a Nice Guy 15? I didn't know that. So you had 3 channels? I thought you just had 2. Because I knew Nice Guy 10, and I knew you created, you know, Cody Smith, your other channel. I didn't know you had a 3rd one. I didn't even know you could create that. Does it allow to use the same email for all those? That's interesting. That's interesting. I guess, yeah, I guess if you're making content, what do they care, right? Which is actually kind of cool. Which, if that is the case, hey, maybe if I get big enough and people are interested, I can start doing like IRL content. Like maybe me going to the gym, or if I go to DreamCon or TwitchCon or any of these like conventions. I don't think I would go to TwitchCon just because I don't watch a lot of Twitch. I do watch Twitch streamers, but I don't watch Twitch. That sounds weird. Like, I have a Twitch, I try to get on there, but it doesn't, like, long story short, if I'm watching Twitch streamers, it's because I'm watching their content on YouTube. I don't really watch Twitch streamers because, like, majority of the Twitch streamers I know about are like IRL Twitch streamers, and I'm just, first of all, I don't think the content is made for me. That's the first thing. But two, and that's another thing. Two, I don't think Twitch streams are active a lot of times when I'm available to watch them. So that's something else, but it is what it is. But as long as people are liking the content, subscribing, leaving comments, which, okay, that's another thing. Some people have been leaving, there have been more people leaving comments, and I really like that. I really appreciate that. Because that is always one thing that I think, in general, I tend to struggle with on this channel, is people leaving comments. I do get, you know, likes every now and then, and I'm happy for it. But I do struggle with comments. I do respond to all my comments. I think the lowest level of my response would be like me leaving it a heart or something like that. But for the most part, I try to respond to everybody's stuff. Which is one cool part. Whenever or at least I have my settings to where when someone leaves a comment on the video, it notifies me of it, and then I can respond to it, so that way, like, I know who I have and haven't responded to. And typically the only ones I don't respond to are like hateful ones. But everybody else's I try to respond. Okay, so see, now that it's raining, that's actually going to reduce my what do you call it, yield from that grass that I just cut. Which is fine. I'm not really upset about it. It's annoying, I will say that. I will say that. Alright. let's put this stuff back. Okay, so we just finished cutting it. Now we just gotta pick it all up. That's the easier part. Let me go in here, back this up. I have to do something. Be right back. Roger, roger. Let's see. I should probably go first person for this. Oh, whoops. Okay. I'm also gonna wash some of this stuff while I'm in here, because a lot of this stuff is just filthy. Oh, didn't mean to hit that. How close are we to the front? Okay. Park. Hop out for a second. We got lots that we need to clean. So, I think this is stuff we need to clean. Now the tractor doesn't necessarily need to be cleaned, but I do since we have a pressure washer in here, I do want to try to clean stuff. He switched his channel. Welcome back, sir. So yeah, I'm not gonna clean the tractor. I'm not interested in cleaning the tractor. But this stuff, yes. And I guess I could clean the tractor. It's not going to take me too much longer to do so, Look as it disappears. Okay. Uh-oh. We're running out of distance. Can I reach that from over here? I don't think so. The silage compactor. Wait, are we reaching it? I don't think we are. If I just jump and just keep doing this. Will it reach? Yeah, I don't think it's reaching. That's fine. That is fine. But I would like to clean some of these, maybe. Actually, I guess this one I could clean. Yeah, because this one I'm going to have to use in a second. I'm definitely going to have to... Yeah, I can clean all this. Okay. So the big one, we're going to drop back. It tells you... It says your name every time you chat. Every time you chat, it tells me. So I know who's who. Okay, so we're going to go through here. Oops. I'm not sure if I want to leave this out in the rain, so I'm actually just going to... We're going to swing around, put this in... Well, I guess I could put it on the awning. Like the front porch. It's probably too big for that, but I could. Can you see the floating emoji? I have no idea what you're talking about. When you say floating emoji, I don't know what you mean. So we're actually going to leave that there. I do need to pick up that silage compactor. So we're going to pick that up. Open the door! Okay, we'll go through here. Hit that up. Oh, wrong thing. Back this up. Ah! Why did it fold, by the way? I didn't fold it down. I just attached it and started folding down. Eh! Crashing into stuff. Okay, now we need to put this forage wagon onto the back of this thing. Can you see the heart emoji? I cannot. Now, okay, in fairness, the reason I probably can't see it is because I am not, when I'm using OBS, there's multiple things I'm not doing, which is not your fault. It's just for me to be able to do the stream the way that I'm doing it. We do not have any silage additive. Let's go get... Where did we put the silage additive? I think it's over here. Let's grab some more. But multiple things. Thing number one, to have the chat on my monitor that I'm playing on right now instead of my main monitor where I'm playing Battlefield and stuff, since I'm using my sim rig, I'm using a different software. Oh god, that's loud. I'm staying here. I'm using a different software that allows the chat to be on the screen. Well, in that regard, I can't see your floating emojis. I can't see a decent amount of stuff, right? Because I'm using that software. And I'm sure if I was using just regular YouTube chat, whether it be through YouTube Studio, maybe even OBS, maybe I could see that stuff. But the reason I can't is because I'm not using YouTube chat. Because I have to, I'm reading both YouTube short chat and YouTube chat at the same time, combined using software. Until YouTube is working on it, but until I get access to a YouTube chat where it combines both, where it combines both of them together, until they do that, I can't, what's the word? I can't use just YouTube Studio as a chat. But I do hope that they get that, you know, working pronto, because if they do, that would be good for me. Eat. Okay. Also, if they combine the chats like they say they're going to, that would be great for you guys, because now you guys, like, YouTube Shorts would be able to read regular horizontal YouTube chat, so on and so forth, which I feel like would be really good. I think YouTube is putting in a lot of effort to build, you know, to do better and compete in the streaming, I don't want to say market, but market. And just the simple fact of being able to combine YouTube Shorts and YouTube chat, I feel like it's going to do really good things as far as bringing the communities together, so that way everybody can chat and talk with each other at the same time. Because that is one kind of disconnect with this sort of setup on YouTube, is that even though I'm streaming to YouTube Shorts and YouTube Shorts can't read YouTube stuff, YouTube can't read the YouTube Short stuff, so there is sort of that community divide. And it's majority of the people who are subscribed on my channel like to watch my YouTube Shorts. Even how they watch a lot of my videos are through YouTube Shorts. Well, if they can't, you know, see what everybody else is saying, you know, that kind of sucks. So, but YouTube they're working. And when they get that, oh, I'm gonna be so happy. I feel like that's gonna do really, really cool things. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot more people chatting. I'll look at it later. Thank you for sending the picture. Also, for those of you wondering whether you're watching it now or watching back in the future, to send me pictures, images, things of that nature, the current way to do that would be using Discord, which is what Cody is using right now. So if you would like to do that, you would have to join on Discord, which, by the way, is free, totally free. The Discord is free. Now, to get access to the full Discord, you need to be like Cody and be a member. Now, Cody actually has 2 channels, so the one that he's a member of, you don't see that right now. But yeah, if you want to have full access to the Discord, to do that, you have to become a member on the YouTube channel. But it is not a must. It is not a must. You can still, you know, join the Discord, still chat with everybody, still hang out, things of that nature. Cody just goes above and beyond. You're a member, but not on the current account that you're typing on, if that makes any sense. Like, you are, like, the nice guy 10 is the one you have your membership through. And so if you go to Discord, nice guy, the one associated with your nice guy is the one that you have membership with. I'm not sure if the Cody Smith one does, if that makes any sense. You gotta pick up all this grass. We're also probably not picking up as much grass as we normally would, simply because it's raining. I mean, well, maybe not, I don't know. We typically pick up about 1 and a partial, I think, is the amount that we have going into the silo bunker. But once we buy field 22 back there, you can see that off in the distance. Once we buy that and combine the fields, we should, no, not should, we will have more grass to put into that bunker, which is going to help us rack up some more. I missed some grass right there. I'll get it on the way back. But yeah, I'm willing to bet this rain is messing with the amount that we're picking up. I'm okay with it. It's not the end of the world. Only because right now we're making majority of our money from the employment thing because it's bugged, which I'm okay with. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm gonna hop back in this because the rain is a bit loud for me. I'm not sure if it's loud for you guys. Well, it's not really loud. It's just there, I guess. If it's not loud for you guys, I'll stay outside of it, but who knows? Who knows? Pick up the rest of this. Now, where was that spot that we missed? It's right there. I see it. It's probably hard for you guys to see, but I can see it. It's right here. So we're at 34704. Watch. Goes up to 706. When I'm trying to see stuff, I have eyes like a hawk. Which brings up the question, do hawks actually see really well? I don't know. Like that saying, eyes like a hawk, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I think it's just one of those sayings, but if it's true, cool. I've never actually seen a hawk in person. If I had to own a pet bird, it would be an owl. I think owls are like really cool. And then there's so many types. I don't know their names of each one, but just the images of different like owls that like pop up in mind, they all just look very cool. Like there's one that has like a very, very flat face. That one looks kind of funny to me. Sorry. I feel sorry for the owl for saying that his face looks funny, but it looks funny. And then there's the traditional like barn owls that you see. I don't know the names of any other ones. There's like a snowy white one. There's a really like white owl that looks kind of cool. Both of my channels are linked to the Discord. Cool. I'm not sure if, well, you would know. I wouldn't, at least not yet. With that being the case, does your membership work for both or no? Not sure if that makes any sense. Because like, for example, on your nice guy one, I know you are a recruit member. What's up, crew? How are you? Of course, I remember you. How do you do? But does your membership work for both accounts? Like you're a recruit on the Cody one, or you're a recruit, I mean, you're a recruit on the nice guy one, or you're a recruit on the Cody one as well? Is that how that works? I genuinely don't know. I'm asking because I'm curious. Let's see. We're almost finished. Oh, bro, I'm an idiot. This thing's been full. Okay, hold up. Okay, now with our technique for the silo thing, we gotta be careful of how we offload this. So I typically like to get pretty close over here. And the reason being is I like to make like a smooth sort of entrance exit thing. So I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into the silo and then unload. Okay. And we're just gonna move pretty slow while it unloads. As long as the mounds aren't getting too high, they are getting a little too high. And then we're still able to swing out. Okay, now what this allows me to do is that when I am going back to compact it with the silo compactor, I think is what it's called, the thing on the front. When I'm going back to doing that, it's just gonna make my job a lot easier. Let's see when I get money on Friday. You do not have to be a member on both your YouTube channels. That is definitely overkill. That is definitely overkill. I will appreciate it, but it's not necessary. Like I said, my dream is to get big enough that one day people don't have to. If they want to, they can, but they won't have to donate, because the ad revenue will be enough. So people essentially will be able to watch for free, because them watching will pay the bills essentially. But if anybody does, want to donate or whatever, it's very much appreciated. But I think what would be valued the most, if I'm being honest, at this point in my YouTube career / journey, would be sharing the video with people that you think might like it. I think that would mean the most to me. Sharing it with people that might like it, or just sharing it in communities that might like it. Things of that nature. I try using Twitter to share some stuff and get stuff out, but I don't really like Twitter really. I've never liked Twitter. Even when I was a kid in grade school, I didn't really like Twitter. I don't know. I'm not a big reader. I understand like now you can do pictures. I think back then you could probably do pictures, but when I was a kid in like middle school, I was like, I don't understand why people are using Twitter. So it's almost like individual blog posts. At least Instagram, I'm seeing pictures. TikTok, I'm seeing like funny little videos, and I think also pictures. I think visual, like I think what was saying, a picture says 1,000 words. Let's see, Cody, I forgot, I didn't read your message. You said I can't join because it said see the perks on this channel. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so you're not a member on that one, this one, but you are a member on your other one, which again, thank you for doing so. I very much appreciate it. Also, if you are here at 3 o'clock, we'll be switching over to Battlefield 6. And if I set this up correctly, because I was really, like, I saw this feature and I'm hoping I did the feature correctly. And if I did, it's going to be really cool. What's going to happen is that at 3 o'clock, once I start the other streams, at the end of this one, or maybe vice versa, it should just pull everybody into those respective streams. So if you're watching YouTube Shorts at the end, or like when it hits 3 o'clock, this stream will still be going, but when I officially end it, it's going to put you into the Battlefield 6 Shorts. If you're watching it horizontal, when this one ends, it'll put you in the Battlefield 6 horizontal stream. And if it works, it's going to be kind of cool, I think. Well, I won't really get to see it, but I'm hoping it works the way I think it will, and that I feel like that would be kind of cool if it does. So essentially, Cody, this also sort of like double answers your question that you had earlier, like why the 2 streams. So what's going to happen, or in my head, I've never actually seen this done, but hopefully it works the way I'm thinking, or somewhat the way I'm thinking. Man, this silage additive is great, because we're getting a little bit more than 1.5, even though it's raining. What's going to happen is as soon as this stream ends, it's going to redirect you to my next stream without you having to do anything. That is what I'm picturing. I've never seen this in action, so I'm just hoping that is how that works. But when this stream ends, it's just going to pull you into the next stream without you having to like find it or search it up or click on it, which I think would be really cool. And if it works that way, then I'm gonna start doing that for a lot of games. Like especially like once this becomes a full-time job for me, I'm gonna be doing that for a lot of games. Like I'm gonna be gaming and streaming and video editing all day. Because actually, I'm gonna be honest right now, a little peek behind the scenes if you care. I spend a decent amount of time behind the scenes editing videos and things of that nature, well, on top of working. and it takes time. It takes hours. And so when I do become a full-time streamer, also YouTuber, full-time YouTuber, dude, hold up, that would be even cooler. Imagine like a live stream. Well, it would be cool for me. I'm not sure if you guys would be interested in it, but like imagine like you guys can just essentially just sit and talk with me while I'm editing videos and stuff. Like I think that would be kind of a cool thing. Maybe not. I think it would be kind of cool. So like while I'm working all day, even if I'm not streaming video games and stuff, I can still be live streaming, but we can sort of talk and hang out, maybe listen to music while I'm working on videos or other YouTube assorted work. Because right now, like for example, me editing videos, it takes time. Because I'm currently working on like YouTube Shorts, for example. I have to go back and watch like tons and tons of footage. I have found a way to like make the process quicker, but I still got to go back and watch the old stuff before I can start doing this new method, which hopefully it works the way I think it will. But let's see. Cody says, okay. Do you need a computer to edit? It does help. Technically, you can edit on a tablet and I think maybe a phone, but my computer definitely, like I edit with my video. I use DaVinci Resolve, and I'm loving it. DaVinci Resolve. Actually, I might pay for the studio version of DaVinci Resolve. I'm not sure if it is a yearly thing or not, but DaVinci Resolve, I genuinely like love it. So I might look into that. Because DaVinci Resolve is what I use for editing software. My thing is, I hate paying monthly subscriptions for stuff. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. So for example, I used to use Photoshop. That's the thing that everybody, you know, knows about. I hated paying monthly subscriptions, especially for Photoshop. Not because Photoshop was bad. Photoshop was amazing. The problem was when I would get in my modes to where like I'm sad or like I'm down in the dumps because YouTube isn't as popular as I'm expecting it to be. I would take breaks. I would take breaks from doing thumbnails and things with Photoshop. But the thing is, I'm still paying that monthly subscription for it. And so now I use Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer for my video edit. I mean, for my thumbnail editing and things of that nature. But I mean, I like it. It works pretty well for me, I think. Since all I'm doing for the most part is thumbnails. I used to edit like photos. I have a DSLR camera, and I used to actually I bought it during COVID to force myself to go outside and take photos of stuff. And needless to say, that didn't work very well. Because it was during COVID, so you couldn't go indoors, so everything had to be outdoors. And I just didn't know of a lot of places to go to take pictures. Or let me put it this way, I didn't want to waste gas driving 20 plus minutes there to wherever it would be to take photos. But when I was taking photos, I did enjoy it. And I did enjoy editing them and things of that nature. Especially learning like new techniques and stuff. I can't wait until Monday. What's happening Monday, sir? Oh wait, you go back to school Monday, don't you? If I'm not mistaken. Because you're still on... Are you still on fall break? Sorry. I forgot. I think you are. Okay, so we're not going to compact the front as much anymore since we are getting too close to the front entrance, but we are going to just work on these sections. Yes, you do go back to school. What are you most looking forward to when you get back to school? I understand why I remember you telling me why you prefer going to school than, you know, I remember that, and I'm not gonna bring it up again if you don't want, but what are you most looking forward to when you get back to school? Work? Like classwork? Let's see, our silage compacting rate is at 75%. This thing, I'm not sure if they've buffed this since the last time I played it, but I feel like this is compacting pretty fast. It goes up like 1 point every 2-3 seconds. Yes, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't say I would ever be looking forward to going to school, but I never hated. Well, okay, let me rephrase. I did hate going to school some days, because some days I just wanted to do something else. But that's the only reason why. Like, I never hated school. I hated going to school because I had other stuff that I wanted to do. But for me, school was easy. It was fun. It's where I got to meet most of my friends, because most of us were in the same classes together. Let's see, we were at 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. Okay, so we're at 100%. We're going to fold that, lift that up. Oop, did not mean to do that. We're gonna dry this guy out of here. Let's see, I just have a hard time getting up for school. That's my thing. Like, I wouldn't say I have a hard time getting up for school, but I hate having to like go to sleep early for school, or whatever the case may be. 82,000. I think that's more silage than I'm used to getting, I think. No, it's about the same amount, from what I can tell from the value amount, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, so what we gotta do, well, first we're gonna wash this thing. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook up both the front attachment of this and the back. Wait, is the front? I forgot which one's where. I think it's in the second door. But we're gonna wash the front attachment. I just let's see. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Oh yeah, it's not Monday. Yeah. I forget. Ooh. Okay. I know why I parked this the way I did. I hate that I parked this the way I did. Can we sneak this onto here? Of course not. Of course not. Can we? Hold up. Can we finagle this? Yes, we finagled it. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna go forward. We're also gonna stop for a second. We're going to grab this, and we are going to wash this. Just because we won't need it for a few months. So we might as well go ahead and clean it. Or not, well yeah, for a few months. Or at least for a month. Okay, so that's clean. We're good. Yep. Okay, so we're going to turn around, put this back in the correct spot. And then we are going to, I grabbed the plow first because I'm assuming the field is still okay. But even if it isn't, I'm going to buy that new field, plow the new field, and then we're going to, well, I guess at the same time be plowing it, we're going to connect the fields together. Just so we have the fields connected together. The thing that's going to take us some time though is putting down seeds for the grass, because we do not own a seeder, I think, so we gotta rent one of those. Oh, did I mean to bump into that? So I'm just gonna put this one right about here. It'd be cool if I could put stuff on the rack. I think I could, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm just gonna. Uh-oh, wrong thing. Yeah, just like that. Back this up. Here. Okay, so let's buy the fields, connect the fields, and get to work. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's Sunday. Okay, also let's check on the field while we're at it. Everything seems good. Okay, we are gonna do, since we're gonna have to do the pH stuff for the other field, we might as well do this field at the same time. I could harvest those parsnips. Wait a minute, they're parsnips? I'm not harvesting parsnips. I don't care. I don't care. If this field is parsnips, I've harvested parsnips before. I'm not doing it again. Let's see. Buy it for 312. Cool. So we now own that field. So the plan is we're going to connect this part right here, these pieces, And then we got to go back and then replow all this to get rid of those parsnips, since we're not going to be doing. Also, there's weeds everywhere, so we got to get that done out the way. Now, the issue that I think we're having is going to be, how do we get this in a nice, perfect straight line? Ooh, wait. I got an idea. Can we use steering assist on this? Yes, we can. Okay, and that works perfectly, because if we line this up, perfect. Okay, so we just got to keep these straight onto each other. So as long as I start the line. Okay, now first let me check something. We have to allow create field. So that's what we got to turn on. But I'm just gonna let this go straight. It's all good. Okay. We're gonna get to the, oh, we didn't pick up that little section there. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we're gonna get to about right here. We are going to allow create field, drop this down, and then we're just going to connect those fields together just like that. It's not the best job, but it's not the worst job either. We're just gonna go a little bit onto that field. Okay, so that's now connected, and then we're gonna go connect the other ends. Let's see, I am going to be here. Are you on single player? I am. This, wait, are you talking about, like, is this currently what I'm doing single player? Yes it is. It is indeed. Yeah, we stopped our multiplayer server because it just was not, people weren't, they weren't really using it. The main reason I bought the dedicated server is that way people could play it anytime they wanted to, and that people weren't, which is, that's fine. And I understand why that happened, but that also just leaves me some insight going forward how I should run the server. And then just connect these. Okay, so they're now connected, and then all I gotta do is just run a straight line roughly between these fields and then just smash them together. So we're gonna go like this. All I gotta do, this part doesn't matter, even though I am messing up the fields, it doesn't really matter because we're combining the fields. So I'm just gonna do this, connect them down here, after which we'll be able to turn it to the thing that I was thinking of that I can't think of right now at this very moment. Okay, and so that should be perfect. Okay, so now if I do steering assist, look at that. That was our plan. We wanted this entire thing connected just like that. That's the plan. Okay, cool. So we are, wait, all set. Okay, so hold up. No. Okay. All right. So now it should be good, and all we gotta do is go back, dig up these parsnips. Ooh, we gotta get rid of those stones too. That's gonna take us some time as well, which I'm pretty sure that would be one thing they could do. I'm pretty sure stones are probably turned off for pretty much everybody in this game but me. Let's see, how many people are members? At one point I think the most we've had is like 3. I think currently we have just you, I think. I don't remember, I haven't looked in a hot second, but I know you are. But yeah, I haven't really had that many. In fairness, I am a small YouTuber, so I level my expectations. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. As our community grows, as people start to enjoy the content, the more and more people will become members and everything. But I'm just happy people like to watch my content, and it's nice. He's nice. Let's keep going. See, the plowing of the field. No, never mind. That was a stupid comment. I was about to say it doesn't take that long, and then I realized just how huge this field is, and I take that back. It is gonna take a while. It's gonna take us a hot second. You have 10,000 subscribers? No, I don't. No, I don't. The last time I checked, I think I only had like 5. Like 10 is insane. Yeah, I only have 5. I would say 10,000. 10,000 is insane. The cool part, and one thing I do know, at least from the analytics, and I think I've already said this before the stream, so if I have, just ignore it, or try to anyways. Majority of the people who are subscribed to me likes my shorter form content. They prefer the vertical content, which is cool. And that means a lot of people who are watching my content are probably watching it from their phone, maybe a tablet. So I'm gonna start. Well, I'm not gonna start. I have created a way for people who are watching YouTube on their phones to enjoy my content. Now I just need to make more of it, which again, I'm in the process of doing. It just takes time. Okay, that's good. Eat. Bag this it. Drop it down. I did not drop it down. And then we still gotta cut all this grass eventually at one point later in the future. Oh, Lord. So here's where precision farming gets difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, but more work. So on top of your normal stuff where you have to plow the field, pick up the rocks, well, I don't think most people play with rocks or stones turned on. I do, because this is supposed to make it harder. Plus, I've always played with them on. It makes the game harder. It makes you have to slow down. When you start going through the game, making it too easy, you get through the game too fast. When you get through the game too fast, you get bored. When you get bored, you stop playing. Which wasn't the case for me. The only reason I stopped playing is because Battlefield 6 was coming out, and I need to make content for that. But revisiting this, I'm remembering I still truly enjoy this game. But I say that the part that's making precision farming, or about to make it more difficult, is outside of plowing this field and getting up the stones, we still got to come back, lime the field, and put fertilizer down. So that's just extra. That is one thing that, well, one amongst many things that make precision farming harder. You didn't expect me to look, but I was joking. That is the thing that does make precision farming harder, is you have to lime your fields more often, because on the normal game you don't have to lime your fields really ever, for real. Like for grass, you would only have to lime it like once, and then you never have to lime it again. In precision farming, you have to lime your grass. I'm not sure how often is often, but at least multiple times a year. Fertilizing, you do have to fertilize your grass multiple times a year. Now, of course, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to do it if you don't want. Whoa, never mind. I was about to say you don't have to, but you kind of do. If you don't lime your field or fertilize your fields, that affects your environmental score on how do I say this? It affects your environmental score on this game. And when it affects your environmental score, you can start losing money when you go to sell stuff. The good part about having a high environmental score, which I think mine was 100, it's probably dropped because of this new field. Yep, it's now 75. My environmental score was 100. Now because this field it's averaging out to 75. I could, how do I say this? How do I say this? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. You could go negative. Because my environmental score is so high, or at least was when it was 100, I was getting additional money back for just having a higher environmental score. I guess that's the game's way of saying, hey, your crop is just better than everybody else's, so we're gonna pay you more for it. Whereas 30 minutes, thank you for reminding me, sir. Because there's no way I'm gonna be able to pick up all these stones in 30 minutes. Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to have this field prepped in 30 minutes. Yikes! That's gonna take some time. It's just gonna take a lot of time because we still gotta finish cutting this field. Then I gotta go back and pick up the stones. Yeah, we're just not gonna have time to fully prep this field. Because we still gotta finish plowing, pick up the stones. Finish plowing, pick up the stones, lime the field. What's the other thing? Lime the field. Actually, as a matter of fact, you see how dark it is, or not how dark, but in the game it is 6 in the afternoon. It's about to be sun. Like it will start being nighttime before we finish. The problem with that being, the crop sensor does not work at nighttime. Now, in fairness, the crop sensor doesn't really work at all, period, for us, because one, we use grass. Two, when we do put lime and stuff on the field, we typically do it after we have harvested the field, after we've like harvested the grass off the field. So it doesn't detect any crops when we go to do it at that point. And that's fine. We still have a high environmental score and we get a decent amount of product, so it is what it is. But my goal, at least have everything. Yeah, we'll have everything plowed. But as far as stones picked up or even seeded, nah. It's okay, Doc. Thank you. Thank you, man. You said you'd be... Oh, jeez. Got a lot to do. The good part is this does give me something to stream on the next one. Actually, do we know if the agri-power does silage compaction? I know that sounds dumb, but the Liet, if I'm pronouncing that correct, the Liet agri-power, Liet Wolf, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Anyway, the agri-power, I know it levels silage, but does it also compact it? Like, I think any vehicle, if you drive over silage, will do some compaction. But of course, the heavier, and actually that's the reason why this vehicle is the way it is. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have wheel weights in this thing. Because my thought process is the heavier the vehicle, the better the silage compaction, which I'm almost positive is true, because I'm not sure if I tested it in this game or if it was in FS22, but I think it was in this one. The heavier the vehicle, the better the compaction rate, I think. However, you do want your vehicle to be really, if you want to have the best compaction like time as far as rate and speed, because rate, I would assume, like, hey, if I was on this thing, like on the silage for 2 seconds, how much would it compact? I would say that is compaction rate. But for me, compaction speed, or just silage compacting speed, would be how fast and how easily I can move over the top of the silage. So I guess I could, instead of saying speed, I could say silage compacting maneuverability, I guess. But tracks move so much quicker and easier. So things like the agri-power, or heck, a John Deere that has tracks, or any tractor that has tracks, they move over silage way easier. So if you could have a really heavy vehicle that also has tracks, it's going to be the best for compacting. The issue is the heaviest vehicle in the game does not have tracks. I think the heaviest tractor doesn't have tracks, if I'm not mistaken. So it's one of those pros and cons. You know, you're sort of just, you know, what's the word? Doing sort of a cost-benefit analysis. Which do you prefer? What's your trade-off? Do you want easy maneuverability over the stuff, or do you want a higher compaction rate? Now, with that being said, I think there is a pretty heavy tractor that has tracks. I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure there is a pretty heavy one. Excuse me. You also need gas for this thing, which I think I have a fuel tanker around here somewhere. No, I don't. Excuse me, again. I do not have a fuel tanker on this farm because I'm really close to the gas station, if I remember correctly. So that's something else we gotta get for this. Now, the good part is, once the field is prepped, similar to our original grass field, as far as like seeding it, not seeding it, as far as liming it, fertilizing it, cutting it, everything's gonna move pretty quickly, especially with these long straights. It's going to make picking up the grass super easy. It's gonna make cutting the grass super easy. You know, that's just something to look out for. Like, now I'll be able to go completely from end to end, not have to worry about anything at all, because again, the issue you're always going to run into is trees. Now maybe this section up here I might have to worry about it, but like this section here, if I was cutting grass, I could just go all the way to the edge, because I mean, worst case scenario, I end up on someone else's field, but I don't get penalized for that, at least so far. However, if you look at the sort of like top right section, hold up, can I do it? Yeah, that section, that little corner up there, if you notice, there are like 2 or 3 trees there. And so if I am pulling, hey look, there's dewdrops and water on my tractor. If I was doing, get it, doing, if I was cutting towards that, I would have to be careful with how far I can, not cutting, if I was harvesting or picking up the grass, I would have to be careful, because, well, actually in this first little corner I could get pretty far, because let's just do it as an example, I could get all the way about right here. That's enough actually to pick it up. So the question is, this close tree, this big tree right here, how close could I get? Because again, I'm pulling a forage wagon behind me. How close could I get to it without having any issues? Actually, as a matter of fact, I might just do so according to the map, was it east to west? I might just do straight up east to west the whole time, because it looks like I can get pretty close to that tree and still pick up all the solid stuff. See, my nose started to bleed. Oh geez, I haven't had a nosebleed in a hot second. Now every now and then, if I put like tissue in my nose to sort of like clean out a stuffy nose, I might, you know, break a blood vessel or like pop a blood vessel. It doesn't start like a nosebleed, but I did usually get nosebleeds when I was a kid. Like, I think they stopped for me, I think like elementary school, maybe middle school, if I'm not mistaken. Oh geez, you see, this is what I'm talking about. The game just starts going crazy when you start picking up speed. I also didn't expect it to pick up that much speed. It's been a hot second since I've seen this tractor. Okay, so we got what maybe one more line, 1.5 more lines, and we'll be done. Plowing. Now, I do know during this next stream I will be getting slightly hungry. I will not be stopping. I did eat lunch before this stream, but just in case I'm hungry, I do have Cheez-Its. I can like snack on some Cheez-Its, you know, before we get into the next thing. Now, with that being said, I will also maybe possibly end this stream early just so I can get set up for the next stream, because I got to get out of this stem racing steering rig. I got to get out of this. I got to go to, well, it's not that far, but I have to go in front of me to my desk to set up the next one, the next stream. Well, the next stream is pretty much set up. I just got to turn on the game and everything, you know. That might take, in the process of getting like everything done, that might take 5 minutes, maybe. But I also do like starting my streams about 2 minutes early, so I think 5 minutes would be fine. So I'm gonna end this probably around 2:55-ish, maybe. So that way we can have a smooth transition over to the other stream. See, now I need to sneeze. Dude, a nosebleed and you have to sneeze is crazy. Let's see, my last one was 2 weeks ago. That's not good. But yeah, I didn't, or at least when I was a kid, I didn't have nosebleeds often. Which would also bring, or sort of prompt the question, why do we get nosebleeds? Like just random nosebleeds. When I was a math teacher, I had a few students who would randomly get nosebleeds, which I always thought was interesting. Like, why is that the case? I've seen online people deadlifting and getting nosebleeds, which is insane. I think I've seen someone do it on a squat as well, maybe. I might be wrong on that one. Okay, so the grass, or the field, has been, what's the word? Plowed. Now we gotta do is just pick up the roots. Okay, but we're also gonna wash this at the same time because this is the last time we're gonna use this plow for a long time. Get in here. Get in here. You know something else that's also annoying that I just realized? Oh no, you don't have to. I'm tripping. I'm so tripping. One thing I learned from our other playthrough on hentai is that don't you close my face. Don't you close my face. My right still works on the outside, alright? I can't remember what it is. As long as you have a direct drill seeder and everything, you should still be able to, I might be wrong on this, you should be able to plant certain crops without needing to plow the field. Because plowing the field does take a while. So if we do decide to do like bread, corn, whatever the case may be, plowing the field takes forever, especially with us having to deal with these stones. That takes some time, and it's annoying. It is very annoying. Well, mostly the stones. The plowing is just one of those things that, hey, you gotta do it, and so I can deal with it. Oh, did I drop it? Okay, drop that off. Okay. So we will need the seeder at some point. I am not going to worry about it. Because right now we need to plow the field. Do we have time? How much time do we have? Oh, we got plenty of time. Well, not plenty, but enough. I could go ahead and rent the stone picker that we're gonna need. By the way, this is a modded one, but this mod is not broken because it is based off of a real life actual version made by the same company and everything. Instead of the 550, they do have a 710. So I'm going to lease this for a decent chunk of change. Three grand. Okay, and let me turn the lights on this. While time fast forward, I will be picking up some of the stuff. The plows, not the plows. The rock. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I do also need to get fuel. Where do I get fuel from again? Where is fuel? Oh, right down there. It's been so long since I needed to get fuel for this thing. Because typically we don't run out of fuel on this vehicle often, because the time where you're gonna run out is if you're plowing the field and picking up stones. But then also cutting the grass, yeah, you will run out of stones. Also, look at all my product and stuff I set up against the wall, so we shouldn't have to buy too much. I think that's lime. We shouldn't have to buy lime. We will need to buy more seeds. I think we also have fertilizer somewhere. think. Let me check this thing because it gets kind of dark. Yeah, we have 1.2 thousand liters of lime. Oh wait, so that means the stuff that's up against the fence is fertilizer. Okay, and then we have lime somewhere else. Seeds. I saw the seeds on the field. Where did we put the lime? Or let's see. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is lime. Yeah. Okay. So that's the lime separate from the fertilizer. I'm glad I put the stuff there. That's kind of neat. I did something dumb. What'd you do? What did you do? Eat. Back it up. Pick this up. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Okay, we're good. Let me go first person. It might be a little bit easier to see. Yep, a lot easier to see. I need to keep my phone near me so I'm not... Because again, we're about to go into our next stream. I need to make sure... I'm doing this correctly. Okay, now something else I'm gonna do. Go ahead and put on steering assist. You know we love it. Might as well go ahead and use it. At least this way I can just have it drive. I don't have to think much about it. Okay, so 240. Actually, I'm gonna set a timer for myself since 246. Assuming I gotta start the next stream, go straight into it. I do need to use the restroom, but I'll end this one at 2:55. That should be fine. So I'll just set a little timer for like 8 minutes. Yeah. So when that goes off, I'll quickly end the stream, set up the next one. Use the restroom, get everything set up. The good part is I'm already wearing what I'm going to be wearing for the next stream, so that's good. Minus the glasses. I'm not currently wearing my blue light filters. Now, do blue light filters actually work? I'm not sure. Like, I can't 100% definitively say that they work, but for me, I feel like they do work sometimes. I genuinely do feel like they work. So, you know, I wear them when I remember to. But it could just be placebo. But I do know that on your phones, or at least most modern day smartphones, there is a blue light filter setting. Now, it's not something that people just know about. Like if you've seen it and if you've looked for it, you know it's a thing. But I think most people don't know what blue light is. I don't really know what blue light is. I just know it could hurt. It could bother your eyes and stuff. And back when I was like gaming a lot, well, now I'm getting back to that point in my life where I'm gaming a lot. I'm looking at screens a lot. So to sort of, I guess, increase the longevity of my eyesight, I use blue light filters. Nice read, chat. I did something dumb. Oh, I didn't see the other part. So I couldn't sneeze, and I smelled black pepper. Did you sneeze on the black pepper? You probably got blood everywhere. Also, I'm not sure, but maybe I think I've only done it once in my life, so I'm not sure. This doesn't hold much weight, but sniffing black powder to cause myself to sneeze, I think makes it, I'm gonna say harder for me to sneeze, but I feel like I'm less likely to sneeze when I'm trying to make myself sneeze, if that makes any type of sense. We're already 10% capacity with this stupid thing. Okay, I should really go first person because I cannot see what fields I have and haven't done. No, you didn't sneeze on the black pepper. Okay, we're not gonna finish this field, but this is actually going relatively quickly. Not bad. Like, it looks like we're roughly a sixth of the field done. I mean, it's not terrible. You could actually check it on the map if we go to, look at that. How much we got left to do? That might be actually a little bit more than a sixth. Either way, we're doing good. Let's see, can I do round 2 but in a short video? You mean sneezing? I wouldn't. I don't think your mother would like that. I do not encourage sneezing when you have a nosebleed. We're working through the night. This is how we're gonna make some, I wouldn't say make some money, but maximize the amount of work. Maximize the amount of work we do in a day. Because as it stands right now, we essentially just didn't get any money for this month, or any money added on to our thing. Because again, the employment thing is bugged, so we get a crap ton of money for working at that factory. So the plan is to keep working at that factory, you know? But this month we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything. Case in point, I mentioned the streaming thing earlier, and how I never really get to watch live streams. Not because I don't want to, but just because whenever they're live, I'm doing something. I'm either at work or I'm doing something else. I was gonna watch. I subscribe to Senna, Agent, and a few other people on Twitch, which I rarely use, by the way. And Senna, I think it just gave me a notification that Senna's live right now. Like, not only am I streaming right now, but I'm about to be streaming, something else. So here's what it is. Let's see. Mom didn't know I have a YouTube channel yet. Oh, Mom doesn't know that I have a YouTube channel yet. I'm not gonna condone that, but I'm sure every kid has done stuff behind their parents' back. Again, I'm not encouraging that. Actually, I think my first taste of being like online on the internet, online on the internet, was I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, whoa, I saw that. Line that up a little bit better. Yeah, missed the spot. There was this game years ago. It's not even in existence. And if I look it up, I will have a little bit of like nostalgia memory from it. But if I remember it, it was like around the same time Pop Tropico was a thing. But you could, it was okay. It was essentially like Wizard 101 and like Pirates 101. It was essentially like that sort of vibe, where you're able to like walk around, complete missions and stuff, and chat with people, It was like that, except if I remember correctly, it was like Looney Tunes characters, I think. I'm probably wrong on that, but I remember them being cartoon characters. And I might look that up before the next stream, because I'm just curious. Pick up them rocks. Oh, we missed a spot again. As long as even though I missed it, as long as there's no stones on the field, I guess I can't. There it is. See, at least the stones are small, minus those red ones towards the end, but at least the stones are small. What is that? Is that weeds on their farm? What up? Do they have weeds? Oh, wow. They have really bad weeds. I think that's precision farming, to be honest. I think precision farming sort of, or maybe that's the game, I don't know. I think they've evened out. Uh-oh. Okay, that is my alarm. That's my alarm. I'm going to pause this. Actually, I'm gonna get it set up on the next one, and then I'm gonna pause it. And then we'll get ready for the next stream. See you in 10 minutes. It'll be less than 10 minutes. It's like 5, realistically, actually. So let me go ahead and save this. We will quit that. And I will go to, let's see. Okay, so with that, if you like the stream, please leave a like. If you want to leave a comment, please comment. You can follow me on other social media such as TikTok or Twitter. Please feel free to do so. If you want to know the next time I'm streaming, which is coming up, we're about to do it just now, or just join the Discord. The link's down in the description below. You do not have to leave this stream. As soon as this stream ends, it should pull you into the next stream. So I'll see you guys, or maybe see you guys in just a few minutes. So again, you don't have to leave the stream. It'll pull you over on its own. I think. I hope. We'll see. Please.